what's going on everyone? So I just want to go through my new hunter build. As you guys know, I used to use a shadow dive variant for my bow build on a hunter. I never really play hunter all that much anymore, and that's because it's getting harder and harder to use hunter, especially in the Titan meta. So right now I'm moving on to this build, but basically what this build specializes on is rushing and comboing, which sounds really cool, right? And that's why I'm using it. So right now, let's start with the subclass here. I'm using Marksman Dodge, Ensnaring Slam, and a Thread of Mine with Thread of Continuity. So I can, suspend someone. You can use something like Gambler's Dodge if you dodge a lot in order to get your melee back. We're using the melee here, which is really important. This is one of the best melee for hunters, if not the best, or maybe like the second best, other than the weighted throwing knife. But the Threaded Spike has a lot of aim assist, deals 70 damage to each target that it ricochets off of. And you can pair that with a bow with Swashbuckler, right? So what you can do here is you can hit someone for 150 damage, a headshot, and then you throw your melee ability, and this will kill them and proc Swashbuckler for 4.5 seconds, which you can use to kill other targets. You can also use something like the grapple. Mainly, you only use the grapple for movement tech, offensively or defensively. You don't really want to use it in a scenario where you do not need it. So for example, here with the grapple melee, what you can do is grapple onto a main lane of a map. You can draw your bow after grappling, maintain the momentum, shoot the bow, and then grapple melee. This allows you to deal 100 damage with the bow, 100 damage with the melee, and then allowing you to spawn not only a tangle, but activates a Swashbuckler. Anyways, for the fragments, you have Thread of Ascent so that you can get more AE and handling for grappling, and you have Thread of Regeneration to get more grenade energy. Anyways, for the bow here, obviously, again, we talked about this. It's a Swashbuckler bow. This is pretty much perfect except for maybe moving target and the masterwork. Ideally, you want to have a 5.76 draw time, which means you need the elastic string and you need a draw time masterwork. Moving target here is not bad, although I do prefer surplus for this exact build because I do want more handling. It also gives you more reload speed as well. The sniper here is actually very important. You can't have any other sniper in this column. If you don't have the sniper, it's not really something that you can replace with another sniper. I'd say just replace it with like a shotgun or any other comfort weapon that you have. But if you have this sniper rifle with this exact 2 trait perks, it is actually the best hipfire weapon in the entire game since Heritage. As you guys know, back in the day, I used to use Heritage all the time, but ever since AE, Heritage actually becomes bad. I don't know why, I just cannot use Heritage anymore. But this feels like Heritage with like an infinite amount of distance, and I'm pretty sure I can just show clips of you guys where I just hipfire this weapon. It just hits like a slug shotgun. It's very accurate. You don't need hipfire grip, and you don't need Discord to activate as well. But if you do have Discord active, it will not only refund ammo, but it'll actually have this accuracy cone buff that stacks with opening shot to make your hipfire shot even more accurate. And I'm pretty sure I have a clip here where I would shot someone from the back, and it will actually target their head, even though their head is like behind their body. They're looking backwards. So aim assist just too much, and you just get free headshots. And then finally, the exotic that we're going to use here is Frosties. We're no longer going to be using Stompies because half the time if you're using Stompies, you're not going to have your class ability up. On top of that, Frosties are just too good for this build. It's because I'm not using Gambler's Dodge. So that means it's going to benefit my melee, and it's going to benefit my class ability. It's going to benefit my double strand grenade. You can spam more abilities, and this build's core structure is comboing your bow with your abilities. So more abilities, the better. And you don't really need the movement speed from Stompies anyways, because most of your movement speed is from grapple and ensnaring slam. And last but not least, the stat, I will only prioritize the bow because the sniper is already that powerful. The only sniper mod here is the arc holster because I don't want to reload my sniper every single time. The stat that I would recommend here in order would be discipline, recovery, and then mobility. Just change around to which one you prefer more. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See you.